Happy holidays! Let's paint some nail art inspired by a Charlie Brown Christmas. Hello! Welcome to my channel, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. So today, as you can tell from the intro and the title, I am going to be showing you how I painted this Charlie Brown Christmas nail art scene on my nails. So I started out with my base polish, of course. I am using Holo Shady Navy. I was considering some other blue polishes, but Shady Navy really just felt spot on for replicating that background from the iconic Charlie Brown film. So I'm going in with a little detail brush already to fix up the line around my cuticles, just because the polish application I did on my first try did not get everything perfectly, and that's okay. Not everything's going to be perfect. So I just did go in with a little detail brush and cleaned up around my cuticles just for a more aesthetically pleasing looking cuticle line or edge or whatever. Now I'm moving on to adding the snow. And I kind of regret how I did this. If I were to redo this design in the future, I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would paint a white base first and then paint the navy blue on top or what, but I did not really like the feeling of how this felt on the nail just because it was pretty thick. I had about 2 to 3 coats of my base blue polish and then about 2 coats at least of white polish, just because I wanted that opaque, stark white snow for the background. So it was pretty thick on the nail. Anyways, as you can see, starting with the Snoopy nail, well, I started with the Charlie Brown nail, but I'll start explaining myself with the Snoopy nail. Once I got those bases done and I added a glossy top coat on top so that I could start painting with my acrylic paint, I just got to work. I started with a black acrylic paint outline sketch of the shapes for the characters, and I was pretty impatient actually with that, especially when trying to paint Snoopy on like a white base. I just kind of wanted to start color blocking, so I kind of switched back and forth from doing like my black outline or just doing color blocking. As you can see here for Snoopy's doghouse, I just went straight in with the colors. But I think that was okay because the red was pretty vibrant and I could see it pretty well. Usually the black outline is just to help me see where the shapes and the colors are gonna go. But yeah, I just was kind of winging it for this part. I did not replicate Snoopy as accurately as I was hoping to do, but it's okay. He looks okay. He just looks a little goofy, little silly, but it's fine. I was really looking forward to this part, of course, because this is one of my favorite parts, is doing the outlining and adding the little fine details and really just bringing these little blobs of color to life. You know, before adding the outlines, Charlie Brown is just looking like a weird ghost person with no shape, no definition. But now the black outlines really do bring him to life. I gave him this little smile, his little eyes. I was unsure about how to do the eyes and the nose, but that's just how the Peanuts characters look, so I was relieved that I was able to replicate that on my nail. And just to let you know, for all these little fine detail sections for the nail art, I am basically just using one thing. I'm just using some black acrylic paint that I diluted with some water just to make it easier to paint with and to apply on the nail. So really, black acrylic paint and just acrylic paint in general is such a lifesaver for doing super detailed nail art like this. I would not even want to try attempting an intricate nail art design like this using just nail polish. I just cannot imagine how gloopy and frustrating that would be. Now with gel polish, something that doesn't dry that quickly or that needs to be cured to dry, that would be a different story, but I don't usually work with gel. I work with regular lacquer and then I work with acrylic paint, and I do think that acrylic paint is just really an amazing nail art hack or tool. It's just a great way to get those fine details on your nails. I was speaking with someone recently who was hesitant about using acrylic paint on their nails. I was doing their nails actually, And when we got to the part where I was going to like paint a design for them, I offered them, of course, nail polish, and then I mentioned how if they wanted a more intricate design, I could do it much easier and faster using acrylic paint, and they were not receptive of that. They didn't want to, and that's completely fine. That's their choice, their body. It was just an interesting interaction because I wasn't considering how some people may have aversions to using the acrylic paint on their nails. And of course, again, it's up to you what you're comfortable with, so do keep that in mind. I don't know how like commonplace or if that's even something that real nail techs or anybody uses at all in their like profession. I'm guessing probably not. I mean, if you're a real nail tech, you probably have access to gel polish and stuff like that that makes doing nail art a lot easier. But I am not a professional. I'm not a nail tech. I'm just a DIY at-home nail girly. So I will continue to recommend acrylic paint if you want an easier, faster, more efficient nail art painting process. But yeah, make sure to just consider what you're comfortable with, what you want to put on your nails. But yeah, there is multiple layers of nail polish in between you and the acrylic paint, but it's up to you. And also while I'm talking about this is something really important to consider when using gel polish. I know gel polish has exploded in popularity over the past few years, and it's a great product. It's a great way to do your nails at home and to have a long-lasting manicure. But gel polish comes with a lot of risks, and I just want to make sure that if you are looking to get into doing your own nails, doing your own gel nails, that you really take some time to educate yourself on how to do it properly and educate yourself on the risks that using gel polish and products can potentially hold. And I am 100% not the person to be educating you on that. I'm just telling you to do your research before you use these products, and I'd recommend doing some research online and finding some actual professionals. There are plenty of them out there who share a lot of educational material. But yeah, let me just get off my soapbox, but I did just want to mention that while I was talking about being cautious of what you put on your nails and all. Just be cautious, because nobody wants a gel allergy for the holidays. I don't want that for you. I want you to have beautiful, fun nails and to have a fun, safe time doing your nails. So yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Anyways, back to my actual nail art look that I'm showing you how I paint it. At this point in the video, the design is mostly complete. I was just adding my finishing touches, which for this design was adding little snowflakes in the background, or not even snowflakes, just little dots. You could definitely, and you probably should, if you are replicating this design, use a dotting tool for this. I just used my paintbrush just because I knew I could get the circular shapes that I wanted, and I just knew like how to use the right amount of pressure and the right amount of white acrylic paint on the brush to get that. But if you want to be safe or just more careful in this approach, use the dotting tool. Use the little dotting tool. You could even use like a little bobby pin or something stuck into okay, this is a classic nail art tool hack. If you don't have a dotting tool, you can stick like a bobby pin in the end of a pencil eraser, and it's like a DIY dotting tool. So it might not give you as small of the dots that I have in this nail art look, but that is something you can do when you're starting out. I definitely did that. I literally probably still have that. It works. You gotta do what works for you. You can do designs with a toothpick, with the DIY dotting tool, just whatever works for you when you're starting out and getting comfortable with doing nail art. And actually, while I'm talking about that, if anybody watching this is like interested in a video on some DIY nail art, like tools or techniques, let me know. Be specific and like let me know what you'd like to see, and I can see if I could like make a little video or like a short. Is that what they're called on YouTube? Shorts? Yeah, a short, and I could try it and help you out. But also there's so many resources online. Like, you don't have to turn to me for resources. There are so many helpful and educational videos out there. So yeah. Anyways, once again, back to the nail art look. I'm just showing you the macro shots right now. This is satisfying to do. It's just so satisfying at the end, after spending so long painting the design, to like look close up at it and see all the little details. Like, oh my goodness, I painted that. Look at the little lights on Snoopy's doghouse. It's so adorable. He's sleeping, he's dreaming of Christmas and presents and treats, and I love it. So yeah, here is the finished nail art look. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed listening to me ramble as usual. Today I had some educational PSAs to share with you. And yeah, I hope that you have a great holiday season. I hope that you've had a great holiday season. If the holidays you celebrate are coming up, I hope that they are wonderful. And if you don't celebrate, I just hope that you're having a great time of year. Okay, that's going to be all for me for now. Please leave any suggestions or comments that you have in the comment section. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!